Hello, humans. In this video, I'll be talking about something called quantum physics. Quantum physics is one of the complex topics that's been misunderstood by many. And it is still a research topic. Nothing is conclusive, nothing is wrong. What we know is what we know. Again, I'm not trying to influence anyone. I'm just passing the information which I studied myself. In case if these topics sounds interesting to you, you can start a journey with physics. Physics may be a difficult topic for many because some of the laws of physics that are true in certain situations may be completely wrong in some other situations. This makes physics hard to understand. But when you show a little love to the physics, it opens up a door to the world, a magical world of physics. At a high level, physics can be classified into two parts. One is a physical physics and one is quantum physics. Physical physics is something a human can see. The physical matter that are made up of something called atoms, electrons, the heat, the biology, chemistry, engineering, which I tried to explain in my video of physics of everything. The link is in the description. Have a look. Another part of it is quantum physics. Everything looks good, everything looks understandable as long as we are at a level of atoms. But when we try to dig deeper inside the atoms, things change. The laws of physical physics may not work in the world of quantum physics. I try to give a simple intuition about quantum physics. Let's begin. Inside the atom, there is something called nucleus. A nucleus is made of something called protons and neutrons. Protons are positively charged, neutrons are neutral, and these nuclei are surrounded by many electrons. If you compare a football ground with an atom, a nuclei is of size of a football, whereas atom is entire football ground itself. If you go into the nuclei, there are so many particles. There may be photons, there may be muons, there may be antiparticles. But for the sake of this video, let's limit our discussion only to the protons, neutrons, electrons, and photons. So all these particles are held together with enormous force. What is that force? What is causing those particles stay together or revolve around each other? So studying that can be called as a quantum physics. In order to release that force, if you somehow try to break that force, that will cause an explosion, maybe near to a nuclear reaction. Having said what quantum physics is, let's discuss some interesting laws of quantum physics. Quantum physics say you will never know where a quantum particle is and what is the momentum of the quantum particle at a given time. To give you an intuition, let's take a physical object. Let's take a tennis ball. It's a physical object. We can see where it is and what is the speed of it at a given time, right? If it is on a table, we can say the tennis ball is on the table. But in the world of quantum physics, you cannot say where a quantum particle is at any time. It can be at all the places. That is, a single quantum particle can be there in a different positions, maybe at all the positions. I know it is very, very tricky to imagine what it is. So, we being human, who are used to see only the physical objects, we cannot imagine something at a different location at a different time, right? What I'm saying is, imagine yourself being in a two different location. You may be in your country or you may be in some other country as well. That's impossible right now in a physics, right? But in the world of quantum physics, it is possible. A single quantum particle can be there in different position at any given time. This state of being at a different place in a given time is called quantum superposition. So it is, a quantum particle can be at a different position at any given time, as long as you're not looking at it. In order to prove quantum superposition, scientists did an experiment called double slit experiment. I'm not going to go too deep into the double slit experiment. Please Google it if you're interested and try to understand what double slit experiment explains. Double slit experiment proved a quantum particle is maybe of a wave, or it may be just a particle. What I mean by that is, a quantum particle behaves like a wave when there is no observer, but it behaves like a particle, a real particle, when there is a observer. That means, when you are not looking into a quantum particle, it may be at a different position, multiple positions, just flowing like a wave. But when you start focusing into the quantum particle, it can look as a real physics or real object or real particle. It is confusing, but this is what quantum physics explains. Quantum physics says there is no such thing called reality. The reality is how you look at it. If you look at a quantum particle, it just appears as a physical particle that exists. But if you do not look at it, it is not a reality. It is something that is there as a wave everywhere. It is very difficult to give you an intuitive example to prove the reality and unreal in nature, right? I try my best with this example. With the help of light, we can see something. We can see some physical objects, right? We cannot see anything in the dark because there are no light. There is no light in dark. There is no photons in the dark space. We can only see something when light is falling on that something and reaching your eyes. Say if light is falling on a tennis ball, that light reaching your eyes is what you see. You cannot see a tennis ball in a dark pitch space, right? When light is falling on the ball, that light has to come back to your eyes so that you can see that there is a ball. This is how it is. If you can travel with a speed greater than the light, that is the reality, right? It is not when the thing has occurred. It is when you see that light through your eyes is the reality. Otherwise, it is just a wave going forward infinitely in the space. When you see that light is your reality. That is what quantum physics trying to explain. Having questioning the reality, I request no one to go for an existential crisis. Just try to look things as you want in a positive way. That is quantum physics for you. I know I kept some warmth into your brain. Keep thinking at it, keep looking at it in a quantum way so that you'll get the answer in a way that you want the answer. Thank you.